Oh my gosh, what am I making? Asparagus cream soup with a little garlic, little potatoes, oh, croutons, oh my gosh. And brandy, oh yes, no, this is gonna change your life. Anyways, watch this video. Bon soirée, bon appétit. It's delicious, it's delicate, it's creamy, it's wonderful. Now, I make several different versions of my asparagus soup, but tonight I'm going to make it with asparagus, a potato, a shallot, some garlic, some heavy cream, onion, some brandy, salt and pepper. Really simple. Sometimes I will add brie in that mix and make it a more variant of my asparagus soup. Sometimes I'll add another vegetable, like broccoli. But tonight it's just my asparagus soup. Now, the two most important ingredients in this soup is asparagus, but also your stock, which we're going to use chicken stock. Now, I highly recommend you go to my video on how to make chicken stock. I promise you it'll save you money, and it's delicious. And you can freeze it and use it, and it's wonderful. Or, if you don't have that option, go to the store and buy a good stock. Usually from bone chicken is really good. My variation is better though. Anyways, second most important thing is the asparagus. Now, you go to the store, you go to your grocer, you go to your produce person, what should you look for? Well, first of all, the asparagus should be in cold water. A good grocer will do that. Okay, now let's say it's in no water. Most likely, if you look at your asparagus, now this one does not have this, the bottom here will look like it's wrinkled and shrinked. Don't buy it. Go somewhere else. And yeah, because it's not very good. Another thing you want to look for is it's not flowering. So I went to the store and I saw one that was flowering. I picked it out just to show you. So this is what it looks like. A flowering asparagus. You don't want that. But let's say you did get them. Well, what you want to do is just pinch it off. And then you still can use it. Now, a good example of an asparagus that is good, look at that. You see that? It's not flowering, it's nice and firm. It feels firm, it's not soft anymore. That's the asparagus of choice for this soup. So it's very important that you choose fresh ingredients. Okay? Now, once you get your asparagus and you get them home, you're going to use them the same day to make this soup. Don't wait a day. It's important that you get them as fresh as possible. And then, till you're ready to make it, put it in a bowl of some cold water. Okay. Now we're going to prep our asparagus. Very simple. You're going to grab it. Where it breaks, that's good. You put that aside. And you're going to go through all of them, like that. Okay? Next, you're going to peel your potato, and you're going to dice it, and throw it in some cold water as well. Your onion, you're going to peel it and quarter it, and dice it as well. Your shallot, same thing. 2 garlic cloves, you're going to peel it and dice it. Same thing. And the other ingredients are very simple. Salt, pepper, some brandy. Now, if you don't have brandy, you can use white wine. If you don't have white wine, you can use vermouth. So yeah, and try different variations of that. And you'll see how it changes the flavor of the soup, and it's wonderful. Seasoning, very simple. Ground pepper and salt. I'm using sea salt. I like the flavor of it, and we have enough sodium in our diets. So let me prep all this, and we'll be right back. You're also going to need some heavy cream. About a cup to 3/4 of a cup. The brandy, you're going to use about a quarter cup. You're going to need about, 3/4 of a stick of butter. And let's get cooking. Let me prep this and we'll be right back. So I diced my shallots, peeled them, my onions, peeled them and diced them, my garlic, I peeled and diced, and I just put it in one bowl. My potatoes in water, and I peeled them and made them little pieces, about this big. I got my chicken stock, I got heavy cream, I got my asparagus. Now I have 2 piles here, and I picked out the ones that are the prettiest, the heads. And what I am going to do, I'm going to cut them about 2-3 inches, just so long enough here. And I'm going to save this and put it down here. And I'm going to do about 3 per bowl that I'm going to serve. And this is going to just be for decoration. And you don't have to do 1 at a time. You can just do 3 at a time. And yeah, that way you know. So I'm having 4 people. So that's 1, 2, 3, and boom. Okay, now the rest, I'm going to save these. I'm going to put them aside. I'm just going to saute them later. And they're going to be the decoration for my soup. Now I'm going to take these guys, and I'm just going to, chop them up. And so they're manageable. And I'm just going to take these, and once I cut them, I'm going to take them and put them in a bowl or something I can easily just throw that in there. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing that, and I'm going to move the camera, and so you can see what I'm doing as I'm cooking, right? So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I hope this is better for you. Let's see how we're cooking. So I got my heat on medium here, and I'm going to take my half a stick of butter, throw it in there. Now I'll need some additional butter later to saute my asparagus tips. But now we're just going to melt this. Probably handy to have a little wooden paddle. Just makes it easier. And I'm just going to melt this butter in my saucepan. And it's just going to take a minute. So hang in there, and we'll be right back when that's all melted and ready to go. Okay, we're back. And my butter is melted. And I'm just going to drop all my onions, my garlic, my shallots, all that goodness. We're just going to drop it right in there. There we go. Give it a little spin. And then we're just going to let that cook for about 4 to 5 minutes till it's tender, translucent. Onions will turn clear, and we'll give that's 4 or 5 minutes, so we'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I got probably another minute out of my beautiful onions and garlics and shallots to be cooked for 4 minutes. I just wanted to talk about my chicken stock. I defrosted this. This is something I made, so see my description on how to make chicken stock. But this is exactly 3 cups. I freeze them in 3 cups, so it's super easy. I stick them in the microwave and put it on defrost. Simple, easy to do. All right, let's check on our, I love the smell of onions and garlic just sauteing. Just beautiful. You gotta love that smell. And butter, beautiful. All right. Needs probably a little more time, so hang in there, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. So now I'm going to add my brandy. Now you can add white wine, if you want. You can add vermouth if you want. You can add, I don't know about, but anyways, a quarter cup. There we go. I'm just going to stir that. And I'm just going to let most of it evaporate. About, 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. It'll evaporate pretty quickly. In the meantime, I'm going to get my chicken stock ready here. Oh, I wish you could see the color of this. Well, you can't you? Well, you'll see when I pour it. Alright, let's do that. Give it a swig so it evaporates a little faster. And I'm liking that. Okay, I'd say that's about 40 seconds. Let's drop the chicken stock in there. Let's drop the asparagus in there. And look how easy this is. I mean, this is so easy to make. And it's delicious. Now, we're going to bring this to a simmer. And then we're going to reduce the heat and let it cook for about 25 minutes. So that's going to take a minute to simmer. So I'm sorry about all these little pauses, but I'm sure you don't want to watch those come to a gentle boil or a simmer. So we'll be right back. So it's come to a simmer, so I'm just going to lower the heat all the way down. If you have a stove that's really low, you just want a really gentle simmer. So you might have to raise it a little bit. Now I'm going to take my potatoes that I had soaking in water, and I'm going to drop these guys in here. Just drop them right in. And I'm going to save this water because it's starchy from the potatoes, and I might need it to adjust the consistency of my soup. So now I'm just going to give it a little toss here. Now, to be on the safe side, I'm setting the timer for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and check on it. I'm going to loosely cover it, like that, and start my timer, and just let it cook. And we want the asparagus to be nice and tender, the potatoes nice and tender, and then we're going to come back and, oh my gosh, puree it, and that's a lot of fun. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, this is exciting. So, it's been simmering here, doing its thing for about, 22 minutes. And I got my puree thing. Now, if you don't have one of these guys, you can use a blender. You can use a food processor. You could do it by hand with a potato smasher. This is much easier because we're going to do it directly in here, and then we're going to strain it. So I'm going to well, let me show you how I start. All right? This is going to be a nasty sound. So I'm going to spare you from this, but I'm going to puree this till it is smooth and just beautiful. And then we're going to strain it. So hang in there. We'll be right back. Okay, so I've been straining this for about, I would say 2 minutes. I know, because I put a timer. I was wondering how long it would take me. But anyways, so it's nice and pureed. And now I'm going to get a fresh pot, nice clean pot, and I'm just going to strain this guy. Drop it in there. Oh. These copper pots are wonderful because they're heavy and they will cook it perfectly. But boy, you need some strength to hold it up. Let me turn off my burner here. Actually, I'm just gonna remove this from the heat. Yeah. Okay. Get one of these guys, and then you're just gonna push. And we're gonna support this a little bit, and I'm just gonna push it through the sleeve here. You can use a spoon, and the back of the spoon actually works the best. And actually, let me show you how much better that works. Sorry, I was being lazy there. Okay, there we go. And push, and push, and push, and push, and push, and push. Yeah, there we go. You gotta be patient here. And you notice it's going to go through, and with the spoon it goes a little faster, but you still got to be patient. All right, so that's good. Yeah, we've done a good job with that. Okay, we're left with the fibers, and that's what we don't want in the soup. So take that. Put in your old pot. Take your clean soup, give it a good stir. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, now, sorry, let's move that aside. I'm going to add our heavy cream. I'm just going to grab that. So at this point, if I was adding the brie, I would add the brie without the skin. Now I'm adding about 3/4 of a cup of cream. And I'm going to stir that. That looks about right. Beautiful. Now we're going to slowly put the temperature back on. Put it all the way low. Now, this is important. If you have guests coming and you made this a little ahead of time, that's fine. Don't add the cream unless it's like within an hour that you're ready to serve. If it's more than an hour, just don't add the cream. Just cover this and it's fine. When it's about an hour, then you add the cream. And then warm it up, season it. I'm putting a good pinch of pepper, and I'm going to put a good pinch of salt, and I'm going to mix that up. Now I'm going to get my tasting spoon. There's my tasting spoon. Now I get it. I had somebody ask me why I use such an ugly spoon. Well, it's so that I know this is my tasting spoon and I don't confuse it and put it in there and stir if I'm having guests. Now, if it's just my family, I don't care. But anyways, I'm going to give this a little taste. Okay, needs a little more pepper. Okay, and I would say a little more salt. Now I'm going to put a little more salt. And now I'm going to also judge the consistency of the soup. Okay, give it a good stir. Let's get this a little. Oh my God, that is really delicious. Oh my gosh, that shit is really delicious. I'm gonna add a little more heavy cream. And I'm gonna, not any of my potato stock in there, because I like the consistency of this. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Now, when I'm close to ready, I'm gonna saute my asparagus in the butter, but I'm not ready. So I am gonna just keep this warm. I cut some baguettes, and I'm just gonna put a little olive oil in there. And I am gonna just brown them and make croutons out of them in the broiler. So pretty simple, like that. And I'm gonna drop those in there. So again, do not let this come to a boil. You do not want to boil. It's very gentle, bring it up to a temperature that you can serve it that it's warm. I'm not quite ready, so I'm going to wait that people arrive, and then I'm about to serve, and I will saute my asparagus. I will warm up the soup and brown my croutons, and we will be back. We are back! And look, I got my croutons ready. I'm keeping my soup warm on my French plate from my corneau. And I melted some butter. And I'm ready to do my asparagus tips. So I'm just going to drop them in there. And I'm going to toss them in that butter. Listen, you don't overcook this. Just a couple minutes. Okay, so we're gonna bring that heat up a little bit. We're gonna add some sea salt on there. Beautiful. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit of Zelle de Provence, which is a southern French herb, and it's a mixture of herbs from the south of France, rosemary and thyme and lavender. And anyway, we're gonna toss it. If you don't have the Zelle de Provence, you should get it. It's delicious, but just use a little rosemary, or if you don't have that, a little thyme, even if it's dried, whatever. Okay, we're going to toss that for a couple minutes. Look at those croutons. They're so pretty. Ready to go. I chopped a little bit of parsley. Well, chopped it, pulled it, I should say. Just a little bit. Just to give the soup a little color. Okay, so we don't want to overdo this. We just want to, give it a little color, but we want it bright and green. But edible, right? So about a minute, most 2 minutes. I would say about just a minute. All right, I'm going to turn on the heat. And now I'm just going to wait to take that off the heat, actually. And now I'm just going to wait to be prepared to serve. Let's check this. Can you guys see that? No, probably not. Okay, let me take it off my French plate. So, see, barely keeping that soup warm. So I just see light steam coming. And that's all I want, to keep it warm. All right. So I'm going to show you, I am ready to serve this and how delicious this is going to be. Anyways, I'm going to show you how I serve it, and ready to plate. Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, cool. And by the way, experiment with my cooking. Add things, change things. Yeah, have fun with it. All right. Right, so I heated up my soup. Oh, look at the beauty of that. And I am just gonna be generous with this. That's generous. 3 scoops a person. All right. Look at that. Oh, maybe I have to scoop there. Okay. Now, we sauteed our asparagus, so we're just gonna drop these guys to the side here to decorate. Like that. Like that. Of course, I did it backwards. Hold on. Here we go. That's how I like to do it. A couple more. Alright, and then I take a couple croutons, drop them in there. And then the guests can add more. And then I just add a little parsley. And then I add a little croutons on the side. And look how beautiful that is. So, bon soirée, bon appetit. You know, thank you to my subscribers. You guys are really amazing. Thank you. You encouraged me and all that. Thank you for the emails. Thank you for the comments. You guys, thank you. Anyways, bon soirée, bon appetit. I hope you enjoyed this.